Welcome to Wings Academy. I am GKR. Now we'll see how to crack NET exam in very first attempt. I provided complete strategy based on my experience and understanding. What you will see in this video is very detailed, like what is NET exam, how you can clear NET without any coaching, and 50 important topics you should read first. And later I given 60 naming reaction for who focused on organic chemistry. Then I given what are the resource list, mainly the books and materials necessary to crack NET exam, and I provided the super tricks for answering the NET exam. These tricks can help you to get some free marks and help you to avoid silly mistakes. Then I provided top 10 topics of NET topper. Everybody should follow these habits to crack the NET exam. Then I provided the very important thing, the common mistakes of the beginner. This will help you to clear NET exam very easily. First, let's see what is NET exam. First, let's differentiate what is class exam and what is NET exam. Normally in class exam, your regular university exam, your goal is to pass the exam. But in NET exam, your goal is to get the rank. The competition in your class is just 30 people, but in NET exam is around 10 lakh people. The difficulty level in class is so easy, but NET exam is extremely tough. People are fighting very hard to get the positions and get the rank. Who's your opponent? In class, typically your friends, but in NET exam you'll see chemistry lovers. I use the word lovers because they don't leave the chemistry, and the experts. Simple way of putting is they are top 5%. Main focus of class exam is understanding, but in NET exam marks. It's not ugly, mark is important. Let's see what is inside the NET exam. NET exam in chemistry normally classified into part A, part B and part C sections. Part A is for general, part B is for fundamental chemistry, mostly basics are coming on the way. Part C is advanced chemistry. The part A contains 20 questions, part B 40, part C 60, totally 120 questions. But here you should attend only few. You have choices. Like for general you should attend only 15. For part B you should attend only 35. Part C you will attend only 25. And the marks there 30, 70, 100. Part C is very much important because it have half of the mark of whole exam. There will be a negative answer too. Half of for A and B, and C has whole 1 mark. The difficulty level also rated. For general it's very easy, anybody can answer. Part B is a medium level, mostly the fundamentals and understanding. Part C, the difficulty levels are so high. What is the catch? Why they are giving A, B, C? Part A is a general question, part B is for basic chemistry, part C is for advanced chemistry. The part A is to check whether you have common sense or not. That's why you have questions from maths, physics and biology, because most of the applied science are based on common sense. So you should attend part A. Part B is typically cover all the basics. You cannot eliminate any part of chemistry here. Organic, inorganic and physical. You should be the master of fundamentals. Part C contain advanced chemistry. Here they will test how deep you know the chemistry. It's very much important. They will analyze your depth of understanding. So what is the strategy here? You should master all basics. In the advanced level you have to choose either organic or inorganic or physical. As a model I am giving here the person choosing a organic chemistry as his interested one. Here the strategy is you should master all the basics. You should study basics in organic, inorganic and physical. For advanced exam, you can study any one of it. Why? Because you cannot eliminate anything in the advanced section. Suppose you are only going with organic chemistry, you should study everything. You should cover entire syllabus of organic chemistry. But similarly, you should study important topics in inorganic and physical. It applies for same. Suppose you like physical chemistry, you study basics and advanced. Other two, you study basics and important topics. The strategies prepare anyone very strongly. Other two, you study basics and important topics. Then how to clear net exam by self-study? Here I am giving nice strategies. First, let's start with schedule. Typically you have 12 months window from June to June. Here I separated 12 months into 4 parts for 3 months. 3 months for organic, 3 months for inorganic and 3 months for physical. And you should revise simultaneously in the last month. The revision contains mock exam as well as regular revision schedule. So organic, inorganic and physical. Even though I am providing equally, you should master in any one topic, either organic or inorganic and physical. Suppose you like organic, you should study basics and advanced in that 3 months. Then inorganic, you cover only important topics. Physical also you cover the important topics. Here the catch is the time frame is equal. Here your goal is not to cover the time, but to cover the topics and cover the syllabus. How is your week should be? Your week should be 7 days. So I divided into 4 parts. 4 days you should study, 1 day you should do revision, and 1 day you should do question solving, and 1 day for recharge yourself, typically holiday. Now why you should study? Studying is to learn new concept. Revision, normally nobody will revise. Revision is for maximum retention. Your memory will hold more data if you do keep revising. Why you should solve the question? Because it will develop your analytical skill. It will help you to study objectively. And the holiday, you should recharge yourself. Again I am saying you should recharge yourself. In that 4 days, again divided into 2 because you have to cover the whole syllabus, right? 3 days you should study long topics like mechanism. Mechanism will take months and months to learn, but small topics like biochemistry will take 2 or 3 weeks to finish. So choose one big topic and choose one small topic and cover the 4 days a week. In this way you cover the entire syllabus. First we seen how the year should be, then we seen how the week should be, now we'll see how the day should be. Your daily schedule based on your job. Suppose you are preparing for a full day, you should spend at least 8 hours per day. You should spend more, but at least you should spend 8 hours per day. If you are a working or studying person, you should spend 3.5 hours per day. In this 3.5 hours, I divided into slot. One slot is for 1.5 hour and 15-minute revision. And the second slot also same. You can give break between the slots. But if you are a full-time person, there will be 5 slots, similar 1.3 hour study and 15 minutes revision. And 5th slot only you should do revision. Again I am saying 5th slot you should do only revision. I want to say one thing, like revision is magic. If you don't do revision, it means you are not studying. I want to emphasize the importance of revision. Why should do revision? Because normally nobody will do revision. Nobody like revision because it's like repetitive things. Here a simple graph I am giving. X-axis is about the weeks after study. Y-axis is how much stay in your memory. You see, first time you revise, it stays around 60%. Within a 4 weeks, you lose every data. But if you keep revising, you can see your retention is more. Typically you see in 5th revision your retention also more, as well as you start with 90% of memory. So at least you should revise every topic 5 times. So revise after every slot you study. So again I am saying revision is magic, no revision, not studying. Now solving question part, which question you should solve? There will be many question banks, but I would suggest in this order. First you solve JEE questions in chemistry, because the fundamentals in JEE problem is very good. You should see some, you will enjoy it. Then you should solve JAM question, it will for standard, it will check your vastness in chemistry and standard understanding. The third you should come net and gate, it will take you into depth. Once you start solving the problem, you will enjoy it. The one famous saying is solving question is a calibration of your understanding. Calibrating a balance is making it to 0 and make it ready for weighing. Like similar thing, solving question will calibrate your mind and calibrate your understanding. So solve the question. Next thing is note taking. Why should take notes? Notes makes your revision very easy, because suppose you read 300 pages, if you take notes it will reduce to 40 pages. One thing I am suggesting is write minimum number of pages. Only clarity is important, not number of pages. And simultaneously you prepare a formula bank. It will help you for last month while revisioning. While making notes, you should use diagram and images for better clarity. And what are the material you should have? You should have previous year question, at least 10 years of question I would say. You should have 2 or 3 standard books for quick reference and mock test for final month practice. In the end of video, I will give the book suggestion. So here I am providing simple tricks. First trick is record and listen. This is for tough topics. Tough topics you should study again and again. If you record, it will help you to read and listen again and again. Suppose you want to memorize drugs and use, it is like parroting. Paracetamol is for headache, morphine is a sedative, similar things. These things you should study again and again to keep it in your memory. So record and listen. Similarly, you can record the periodic table in your voice and can listen again and again. In this way, you can memorize entire periodic table. The second trick is use acronym. Acronym means use the first letter of your fact. Say suppose oxidation. What is oxidation? Many people will confuse. Oxidation you can define by electron, you can define by hydrogen, you can define by oxygen. But easy to memorize, here is Leo. Leo is the lion name. Anybody can memorize the Leo. Rather than loss of electron is oxidation. So the first letter LEO forms Leo. So you easily understand and memorize. So use acronyms. The third trick is use acrostics. Use a first letter as a key letter in a sentence. Here electromagnetic spectrum order is provided. Everybody will confuse, gamma is high energy, X-ray is next higher, UV is further higher, and radio waves are low energy in nature. These things are very hard to memorize. But if you use acrostics, convert into a sentence like good xylophones use very interesting musical rhythms. The first letter of each word is key. G stands for gamma, X stands for X-ray, so on and so forth. So this way you can memorize any order of the things. Then the desirable activities for net. You should study with your friends. Most of the people are loners, they will study alone, they will get frustrated more. But when you study with your friends, you will ventilate yourself, you relax yourself. It will also help you to clear your doubts. Then teach what you studied. It's a famous saying from Einstein. If you really understand something, you should explain to a child. Then the third and important thing is create your own question and solve. Why you should do that? Because you should understand the mindset of the examiner. It will also help you to master the whole subject. Then stay healthy. Nobody thinking about these points. You should eat a lot of fruits. And some people are keep studying and studying for overnight, then they will sleep, then miss their breakfast. Breakfast means you are breaking the fasting. Because whole night you are sleeping without eating. It's called fasting. So you should break your fast in morning. So don't miss the breakfast. It will supply a lot of energy to you. Then exercise daily. Or you should do yoga. It's a mild exercise. Anybody can do. Staying healthy help you to be active for whole day until the exam. Then 50 must-read topics for NET exam. So what are the topics? Here I am divided into 3 things: organic and inorganic and physical chemistry. I cannot go through every one of it, but I want to mention a few. These are all super important. You will see every CSIR question will have this kind of question. In organic, 17 important topics I identified. In that, 4 topics are most important. The first one is aromaticity. You will see every question contain aromaticity. Based on its stability, based on the Huckel number, and what are the dipole moment, what are the charge separation. Aromaticity will be in every year. Then cyclohexane. Cyclohexane topic is so easy. What are the stability, whether axially stable or equatorially stable, what are the steric effect. You should study everything in cyclohexane to attend the questions. The 11th topic, the non-boron chemistry. Non-boron is an advanced organic system. It contains bridge carbon as well as base carbon. You should study what are the reaction on it. Then the last very important one is all ring opening and ring forming reaction. Normally in our classroom people will study just linear, right? A plus B gives C. But in CSR you will see everything is ring. Either ring will be open or ring will be broken. So study every ring opening and ring forming reaction. Mostly the ring forming and ring opening reactions are rearrangement. Later I will give you 50 important name reactions for effective preparation. One important thing I want to say is to master the organic chemistry, you should design your own problem and solve with your friends. It will also help you to think like examiner. It will also make you to understand how you should answer in the exam. What are the steps involved? How many steps involved in a question? So to master organic chemistry, design your own problems and solve. Then inorganic must-read topics. Inorganic, about 17 topics are here. In this, super important topics are 4. One is CFSE calculation. CFSE calculation coming in coordination chemistry. CFSE calculation involves what is the energy difference between the orbitals, whether it's a paired or unpaired, what is the pairing energy, what is the separation, what is the structure, so on and so forth. It's totally important. You just study. You can study in 2-3 days to memorize the entire concept. Then the 25th thing is metal in enzyme. It's a very easy topic. You just memorize it. You should study what are the enzyme, what is metal inside, what it is oxidation state, what it is function. Just memorize. Every year you will see question at least for 5 marks. Suppose you want to study hemoglobin, you should study what is the heme there, what is the metal atom, it is iron, what is the oxidation state of metal atom +2, what is the function of hemoglobin, it's to carry the oxygen. These are all the things you should study. You should make the table, enzyme, metal atom, function. It will be easy marks. Then the another thing is VSPR theory. You will see every question contain VSPR theory, where the lone pair comes. What is the shape of the molecule, whether it is the T shape or V shape or trigonal pyramidal. It is easy, you just need a practice. And another one is magnetic property. The magnetic property question is about calculation of lone pair electron and using the simple formula like N into N plus 2, very basic formula. So don't miss. You should study how the complexes are magnetically active. One thing I want to suggest is you should read all anomalies and deviations. Next we will see important topics in physical chemistry. Here about 17 topics, but I want to mention super important ones. First thing I want to mention is point group of molecule. This kind of question coming in every year, like what is the point group of cyclohexane or allene or styrene. Some of the little complex molecule, but once you understand it, it will be very easy. And the next and interesting one is particle in a box calculation. Every time it coming, but nobody will attend. Why? Because it's just plus 2 level integration differentiation. Nobody will answer. Questions will be like this: what is the energy? What is the probability? What are the operators? Question will be so easy. I'm encouraging everyone to study and attend this one. It will be very easy. And next one is adsorption isotherm. Every time questions are coming from isotherm from its graph. So what is the condition? What is the temperature effect? Or any physical effect is there or not? Kind of question. The last one is selection rules. Selection rules in electronic spectroscopy. Suppose electron is moving from ground state to excited state. What are the conditions? The simple condition is the spin should not change. Spin should be same. Like delta S should be 0 or no change in spin. Kind of selection rule you should study. The questions will be straight away, you can answer so easily. Important thing I want to suggest in physical chemistry is first you try to know all concepts, then try to understand it. Meaning first you cover the syllabus, then go for the depth. Because nobody will master the physical chemistry. You need lot of coaching, you need lot of analysis, you need lot of time. So first you know the concept, then try to understand it. I want to give you 60 naming reactions to study organic chemistry. Here I arrange a list based on alphabetical order, but you can study by your own interest. I cannot go through every one. I want to mention best among the best. The first one is Peyer-Villiger oxidation. It is about the ester formation from carbonyl group, or simply the oxygen insertion between the carbonyl carbon and the alkyl carbon. Next we will see Beckmann rearrangement. Beckmann rearrangement is about conversion of oxime into amine. The another thing is Chukav reaction. Chukav reaction is about elimination of water from alcohol. It's basically for the formation of alkenes. And the next important one is enamine reaction. Enamine reaction is about addition of enamine to the alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl system. Then here is the next list. The important ones are here. First one is Favorsky rearrangement. Favorsky rearrangement is important because it's a ring contraction reaction. It is about conversion of acid halide into acid. The next important one is Hofmann rearrangement. Hofmann rearrangement is a conversion. It is about conversion of amide into amine, mostly the primary amines. Then another very important thing is Michael reaction. It is all about basic thing. Michael reaction will come in every organic conversion reaction. It is about addition of carbon ion to the alpha beta unsaturated systems. The next very famous one is Neff reaction. It is just for conversion. The reaction is about conversion of nitro compound into carbonyl compound. Last set of reactions are here. Among these very important ones are Petersen elimination. Petersen elimination is a unique one because it forms alkenes from alpha silyl carbon ions. The next very important thing is Sartorus reaction because it is asymmetric synthesis. It involves enantioselective process. It is about synthesis of epoxide. The next important one is Suzuki coupling. You will see the all conversions involve Suzuki coupling. It is a cross coupling reaction to form carbon-carbon bond. The next thing is Wegener-Mervin rearrangement. You will see almost any reaction involves Wegener-Mervin rearrangement because it involves carbocation. Due to its stability, carbocation rearrange itself. The last one is Wittig reaction. It is about preparation of alkene from carbonyl compound. Basically a functional group conversion, carbonyl to alkene. Next, everyone will ask which books I should have to clear the NET exam. So first I want to give you must-have books. You should have these ones. I divided based on its basics and advanced nature. For organic chemistry basics, Morrison Boyd book is very good. For advanced, people will say Glyden book is best. According to my experience, Glyden is the Bible of organic chemistry. For inorganic chemistry basics, you can use J.D. Lee. For advanced topics, you can use QG. QG particularly covers complex chemistry very nicely. For physical chemistry, for basic, you should use Puri and Sharma. For advanced, you should use Atkins. Because why I given is the English will be little easy for us when compared to Atkins. If you good with Atkins, you can straight away go with Atkins. If you have money, I suggest you to have few more books. For organic, the Bruce book is very good because the book is very descriptive and attractive to read. And for stereochemistry, the Calci book is very good because all organic problems in net reaction comes with stereochemistry. So I strongly recommend to buy this book. Organic chemistry is all about mechanism. Organic chemistry is all about mechanism. So you should study little more mechanism because it needs special attention. For mechanism, you can read Ahluwalia book. The next book is Reactions and Rearrangements by Sanyal. It's a very small book, very useful. Price also low. The book has 3 divisions. It's about reaction and rearrangement and reagents. Suppose you want to know about some reagent, you straight away take this book and read. It will be very useful. Spectroscopy is an important topic in net chemistry because it will come in organic, inorganic and physical. For organic spectroscopy, William Kemp book is very good. If you want little more detail on all basics on spectroscopy, Jagmohan book is good. If you want higher rank or if you want to study little bit higher than anybody, you should read these books too. For organic chemistry, Carey and Sundberg is very good. You could see net exam contain few problems from these books. Then another important book is about pericyclic reaction. It is by Aurora. For inorganic chemistry, Atkin book is very good, but it is in reference standard. You should study all basics before come to these books because it's little bit advanced. Another advanced inorganic chemistry book is Cardon and Wilkinson. Again, spectroscopy is important. Few more books for spectroscopy is Silverstein book and Trago book. Trago book cover inorganic spectroscopy and how the complexes giving color, how the complex respond to UV spectra, all kind of stuff. What are the ligand structure, all these things. A few more books. The Quantum Chemistry by A.K. Chandra, Instrumental Method by Skog and Haller. Then I want to give you super tricks for answering the exam. These are the little bit dirty tricks but will help you to get some free marks. First, let us understand the question. 99% of time, none of the above will be not an answer. Here you see why. Suppose the question is, who is the father of India? You pretend yourself like you don't know answer. None of the above cannot be the answer. Why? Because country should have father, right? Same thing applied to all of the above. All of the above 90% of time cannot be the answer. Why? Because country cannot have 3 fathers, right? Nehru and Patel and Gandhi cannot be combiningly 3 fathers. This is not ugly, but this is the real truth. So all of the above never be an answer, as well as none of the above never will be an answer. Then I encourage you to use common sense. What is common sense? Like accumulated knowledge. You are studying something for last 25 years, so you should learn yourself unconsciously. That is called common sense. Here the question, who invented the bulb? Suppose we don't know the answer, we are going by the choices. First let's eliminate the none of the above because it never be the answer. Then we think about other choices. First let's see Einstein. Bulb is a commercial product. Einstein is a scientist. Product, scientist, it never matches because scientists never sell the products. So Einstein cannot be the answer. Next we will have is Noble. Bulb is a commercial product. Companies are earning million and million dollars. But after Noble is the guy who donated huge amount of money to the charity. So obviously he will not sell the bulbs. So Noble cannot be the answer. So the remaining thing is addition. So here we answer the things by mere common sense. So use the common sense. Next, let's see what is easy question and tough question. Easy question means answers are very well separated to think. Here you see the same question in the easy mode and tough mode. How many number of moles in one mole? So first one is easy because answers are very well separated. You straight away answer. For easy question and choices are very easy. You straight away you can answer is B because others are very less. Atoms never be 6.02. The calculated number never be 10 power 23. Atom cannot be 602. So the obvious answer is 6.02 into 23. The same question you will see tough situation. You can see the answer is separated by fourth significant number. So the devil in detail. You should study very detailedly to answer in the net exam. The questions are always same but the answer is very close by in the net exam. So study in very detailed way. Study very clear. Study with more clarity. Then the common one is use the elimination technique. Elimination technique means what? You don't know the answer, but you know some of your choices cannot be the answer. This is the case. So you should eliminate one by one. Let's see which one of the molecule have bond order 0. So the choices are here. You know the fact that bond order 0 means molecule not exist. First see hydrogen. Everybody know hydrogen gas. So it exists. Eliminate it. Next thing is acid. It is a sulfur. Everybody know it is exist. It is a zigzag structure. So it cannot be the answer. Then phosphorus. We know red phosphorus, black phosphorus and white phosphorus all of have P4 architecture. So it exists. The remaining answer we don't know but it is the only choice you have. So the answer is B, helium. Next thing is play with your luck. This is a dirty way. I don't recommend for rankers. I recommend this for poor scoring people. Let's see the question. What is the central metal atom in hemoglobin? Let's pretend we don't know the answer. Let's do some risk analysis here mathematically. Based on the risk you will decide you should attend or not. The first situation is you don't know all answer like A, B, C, D. Definitely you don't attend because it is very blind and stupid. Suppose you eliminated the option D because cesium is radioactive, it cannot be in hemoglobin which is biological molecule. So D cannot be answered. Then your chances of success is 75% because you know only ABC. That case also you should not attend. The next case is very interesting. You know answer is between A and B. Somehow you eliminated magnesium. So you between A and B. So then the chance of success is 50%. I strongly recommend you to answer it. Try your luck. No one will try this. Why I want you to try is if you get one correct by luck you can answer 4 wrong. It's dirty but it works. If you know answer is B, straight away you attend it because there is no risk involved. The last thing I want to say is 10 habits of net topper. You should have these 10 habits to clear the net exam. So here are the 10. Every net topper will have 10 years of previous year question paper. Net and gate. It is easy, it's available in online, you can buy from any online website. Then the successful student should take the notes from the book because notes reduce the number of pages as we discussed. So you should take the notes from the book. Then the topper will study the important topics, then only cover the entire syllabus. The fourth and important one is study the spectroscopy. This is very important because it comes in organic, inorganic and physical. So you should attend. So you should have this habit. Then every topper maintain a formula bank because it will help you to revise at last minute. Then teach your friends. Famous quote of Einstein is you should teach the kid. It will improve your understanding, it will improve your depth. The next one is very important one. Create your own question and solve it, because it will help you to understand the examiner mindset. Then you should plan, you should make and stick with your schedule. Ninth one is important one. You should have dedicated revision section, because revision is magic. Revision help you to improve your memory. The last thing is study part A. Nobody will study this, they try their luck. If you want to be the topper, you should follow these 10 habits. Now we will see 7 common mistakes of the beginner. First thing is changing the strategy too often. Like first you see this video, change your strategy, then see the another video, change the strategy. Like keep changing the strategy without sticking to anyone. Then wasting lot of time in one topic. Like suppose you like organic chemistry, you study only the organic chemistry, leave the other two hanging. This is very bad. The another mistake is not attending 60 questions out of 75. By probability, if you attend many questions, you will get more marks. It will improve your odds of success. Another very common one is having excess amount of books and resources. Suppose you see a book on website, you download it, you store in your folder and confuse what you will read first. So having excess amount of books are also very common mistakes by the beginner. Then another important mistake is beginner never try to solve the previous year question paper. At least you should solve 10-year-old question paper. Even though pattern is changed, but the standard of exam is never changes for last 20 years. You should practice the exam in that standard. Important one is you should practice in the exam condition like 3 hours per test. The another very common mistake by beginner is discontinuous. Say you study organic chemistry for 20 days, then you forget about the preparation, again you start after 1 month. This will never work. This is very bad. You will never learn anything by discontinuous study. Then the very common mistake everybody will do is like class exam, they prepare for the next exam. That is memorizing everything without any analysis. These are the 7 common mistakes I want to mention it. These are all the things I want to say now. So study hard and study smart too. I hope this video is useful for you. Good luck. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. If you have suggestion, comment below.